Sherry Cole and the Oklahoma women. Sherry always puts her girls through the gauntlet in the non-conference, and she's done it again. But it finally paid off. Now, they did lose 2 games to Florida, 80-61 Sunday. And then in the midweek game, they lost 67-61 to South Dakota State. But yesterday, for the first time, they upset a top 15 or top 10 non-con opponent in Norman, beating the Bulls of South Florida. We'll review all that coming up next. Boomer Sooner 1982. Don't go away. Welcome back to the show, everybody. My name's Harry James. The OU Women Review takes us back to last Sunday, where the Sooners played Florida in their version of the SEC Big 12 Challenge and lost that one 80-61. The Gators in the first half shot 37.0% from inside the arc and 40% from behind the arc from three-point line, while the Sooners shot 32.4% from inside the arc, but just 12.5% from the three line. Second half, Florida still shot well, shooting 46.4% from inside the arc and 54.5% from outside the arc. For the game, for Oklahoma though, the Florida defense was still daunting, with the Sooners shooting just 36.4% from inside the arc and 16.7% from the three ball. For the game, Florida shot 41.8% from inside the arc and 46.2% from the three line, while the Sooners shot 34.6% from inside the arc and 15.0% from the three ball marker. Stat stuffers for points. The Sooner with the most points went to Pellington, Shea Pellington, number 14. She had 22 on the point docket. The assist number was 2, which is pretty low, but a total of 3 players had 2. Maddie Manning, Shea Pellington, and Pienzo, G all had 2 assists on the night, and rebounds. Number 23, Maddie Manning, had 6 boards. The Sooners then took their trip to the Jackrabbits, and they really jacked them around out there, did South Dakota. Now, the Sooners actually got back in the game, but in the end, the late rally by the Sooners, there is a late rally by the Sooners, but the Sooners come up just short, 67-61, South Dakota State. We'll start with Oklahoma, who shot 29.4% from inside the arc and 18.2% from the three ball, while South Dakota shot 39.4% from inside the arc and 35.7% from the first three-point line in the first half. Second half, the Sooners shot 36.7% from inside the arc and 28.6% from the three line, while South Dakota State, their defense, Oklahoma's defense really started playing well, with South Dakota State in the second half shooting just 19.2% from inside the arc and 18.2% from the three line. For the game, Oklahoma shot 32.8% from inside the arc and 22.2% from the 3-line. But South Dakota shot 31.3% from inside the arc and 28% from outside the arc for the game. And there is your bowl game, guys, for the Oklahoma. Stat stuffers. Shea Pellington led the way again for the second straight game. She had 16 points the other night. The assist number goes to Pienzo, and number 12 Pienzo, and 21 Gabrielle Ortiz. Both players had 2 dimes in the ball game. And the rebounding game goes to Odemwe, and number 24 Odemwe, and number 3 Mandy Simpson, the freshman. Both players had 9 boards. It wasn't all bad for the Sooners, though, because after losing those 2, the Sooners finally pulled off a major upset, and probably their first big win of the year, with a 79-74 victory over the South Florida Bulls. The Bulls, first half looked like this for the Bulls. They shot 45.5% from inside the arc and 46.7% from the 3-line, while the Sooners shot 37.5% from inside the arc and 38.5% from the 3-line. Second half, Oklahoma, their defense started playing really well, holding the South Florida Bulls to just 37.5% from inside the arc and 41.7% from outside the arc. So their defense got better, and their offense got a whole lot better, shooting 53.8% in the first half. From inside the arc in the second half, and 60.0% from the 3-ball line in the second half. And in the fourth quarter, they didn't miss a shot, did Oklahoma. Really impressive there. In the fourth quarter. For the game itself, South Florida shot 41.5% from inside the arc and 33.3% from the 3-line, while the Sooners shot 43.8% from inside the arc and 42.1% from the 3-ball. Stat stuffers, oh my, was Gabrielle Ortiz on the points board, on the points docket. Really impressive last night. 31 for the young freshman from Wisconsin. 31 points. Assist leader, number 12, Pienzo, 7 dimes. And the rebounding, 9 boards for Ana Luisa. Ana, of course, the freshman from Choctaw, Oklahoma. All right, guys. That's it. Thanks for watching. One final time, the Sooners played 3 games. Lost 2 of them. They lost to Florida, 80-61. Then they went on the road to South Dakota State, and they lost that one, 67-61. But got back on track last night, beating South Florida 79-74. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. You can watch this and all my other YouTube casts on my YouTube channel, Boomer Sooner 1982. They're also up on my YouTube page, Harry James Taylor, or they're on my Twitter account at HypeManHarry. All right, guys. Thanks for watching, and until next time, guys, Boomer Sooner. Take care. I'm out of here.